What's up, everybody? I'm back. Sorry for the burp. I'm back with another video game review today. And this one's of Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. Yes, I don't know if I've ever done a game review for the Switch. I know I did my Breath of the Wild shit. And I'm playing. I got 3D All Stars. Never tried it, so I'm gonna try that. And I gotta try Hyrule Warriors. So stay tuned for those. I will hopefully get to do game reviews of those or whatever. Stay tuned for those. But I played through Super Mario Odyssey. Like all my Switch games, I got it pretty late compared to everybody else. I did not get in 2017. I got in like 2020 because I didn't even get the Switch till 2020. So, but I like the game. I want to play through it. I played through it, and I'm gonna give my full review on it. As Mario says, let's go. So basically you go in and this is basically, Mario, this is basically Mario, but it's platforming, but in a 3D level. And you go through different worlds and stuff, which I think is a very, very cool thing. It expands on what like Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. Went through, and it's kind of like a hybrid of that and Super Mario Galaxy. Never played Super Mario Galaxy. Again, that's on 3D All Stars. Hopefully, I'll get to that. But I'm very excited to play that because I liked the way that they would go through all the worlds and everything, and they would be able to transfer the stuff. And there's the worlds, for the most part, were pretty unique. New Donk City obviously was my favorite. The other worlds were all right. Some of them were a little janky with where you were supposed to go, what you were supposed to do. The enemies, the platforming. Some of them are more challenging than others. You're gonna get that with every game though, so it's not like something that I'm singling out with them here. But we'll have to see what that does. Honestly, it was a good idea. The combat, you got, because it's like Super Mario Galaxy where you're basically you're the camera behind Mario, and you can twirl around, you can do whatever. It's not 2D where you're like a regular platform, like you're spinning all around, kind of like that. In games like Captain Toad, even Pikmin to an extent, Pikmin 3 at least, and all these other games where they're like that, it can be pretty jank at times, especially in high combat situations, especially if your frame rate is not that great and there's a connection issue or whatever, and it's like glitching and stuff like that. For Mario Odyssey, though, I really don't recall any moments of that being an issue. It could be because it's a newer game, could be because it's Mario, could be because it's on a Switch, could be because of my internet. I don't know. But overall, I was pretty happy with that, and everything that came along with that, so that was good. And like again, the combat was really good. And of course, you fight Bowser, and it's combat. You go find Peach again. The story's not that original. It's a little original, but not that original. But one of their bigger original pieces is Cappy. And Cappy, you get to introduce him, and he can do other sort of stuff like for you. The downside to Cappy is that Mario's abilities are limited because they want you to use Cappy. And that's an example of, for me personally, that's an example of forced integration, I should say. Forced integration. Where they introduce this new thing, but to make sure people use it, they downgrade Mario, so you're forced to use Cappy. Forced to do all these things, and but it's when like you're using Cappy and you can use him in all sorts of situations. It's pretty fun to use him. It's pretty fun to go around, and you can get on different things and use different things and move around. So in that regard, I don't think Cappy was a bad addition. I think it was good, actually. I think really fun. I just wish Mario's abilities weren't as limited as they ended up being because of Cappy. But maybe that would have made the game too easy. So personally, I have no idea, and I don't really care. So, but as far as other characters, you get to play as anybody else. I had trouble finding Peach at the end. I got past Bowser and was like, "Oh, Peach is lost again. We gotta go find her." I don't know if that's actually just like a bonus thing, or you actually have to do it. I don't know. I beat Bowser. That's all I care about. All I care about. That's all that matters to me. But yeah, I mean, this game does not have a very good amount of replayability. Um, it's not. There's not a lot of achievements. There's not a lot of trophies. Not a lot of collectibles. Again, it is just Mario, so do you really expect a bunch of that? It's not like there's star coins or anything like in other previous games or stuff like that. So that's why it does kind of do a little bit of lack of replayability. But it would be. But if you do pick it up for the first time and play it, it's a lot of fun. And if you really are a big fan of 3D platformers and Mario and immersive experiences like that, this is the game for you. And it's a fun little game. You know, the two big Switch releases of 2017, Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. I prefer Mario Odyssey, obviously, because I don't like Breath of the Wild. But so you know, as a Mario guy more than a Zelda guy, maybe a little biased, a little bit of bias there. But I don't know. I like the game more. It's easy to understand, a lot more fun to play. So that's my thoughts on it. If you played Super Mario Odyssey, though, I'd like to hear your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And if you think of it compared to Breath of the Wild, compared to other good Switch games that have come out since that one's been released, I'd like to hear your thoughts about it. And hopefully, stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more video game reviews and other fun stuff. Hopefully from the Switch. Gotta work on that. And stay tuned for other amazing content as well. So until next time, everybody, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.